Hey, so today we're gonna do a small short tutorial on how to basically install an FTP server in Windows Server 2003. Now, as you can see in my channel, I have a lot of previous videos Windows 7 FTP server and Windows XP FTP server. This is for Server 2003. Now, first things first, all you need is a server CD and the installation of IIS and configuring FTP. Now, first things first, you want to install IIS, so we're going to go to Start, we're going to go to Control Panel, and we're going to Add or Remove Programs. Once we go to Add or Remove Programs, we're going to go to Add or Remove Windows Components. Now, once the wizard pops out, you're going to see the application server, and we're going to make sure that that is checked. Once that is checked, we're going to click on Details, and we're going to click on IIS. We're going to click on Details again, and make sure that FTP service is checked. Once that is completed, once that's checked, click Next and it'll start installing. Now, I'm not going to click Next because I already have it installed. Now, once that is done, now we're going to go to basically create the file and put my files in it. Now I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to go to my C drive. Once I go to my C drive, I already created my folder, which is called my FTP site, and I added my files in there. Now, once I have completed my files in there, now I'm going to add what I like to call layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 security. Layer 1 is basically if you want to secure your FTP server from hacking attempts. We're going to click on Properties and we're going to click on Security. This is layer 1. Now, by default, you will see these list of users here. Now we're going to click on Advanced and we're going to uncheck the inheritable permissions. We're going to click Remove and we're going to remove everybody. And then you should be able by yourself. You can also remove it and you can add yourself, whatever, Steve, and you can give yourself Steve full control. Click Apply and click OK. Once that is done, that's layer 1 security done. You don't have to worry about layer 1 security. Now we're going to start messing around with our IIS. We're going to go to Start, Administrative Tools. We're going to click on IIS Manager. Now, the IIS Manager is what contains for web hosting and FTP sites. So we're going to click Expand My Home. Well, you can click here, FTP sites, and we can add an FTP site. I'm going to delete mine so that we can go over it. I'll click on my new, right click anywhere, doesn't matter, and click on a new FTP site. It gives you the FTP site wizard. Click Next. Description, you can give your FTP, you can put FTP server, doesn't really matter, or whatever, you can personalize it, whatever. Then your IP. Your IP is very important. Make sure this is assigned, not all unassigned. Don't worry about it. If your IP changes automatically, it'll automatically change itself. The TCP port by default is 21. Leave that alone. Click Next. Isolate. Do not isolate the users. Click Next. The path. The path is where your files are. Now we're gonna go to our C drive where we created our file, where all my files at, and we're gonna click OK and we're gonna click Next. Then allow the following permissions, which is read and write, and then click Next again, and then it's gonna tell me I completed my wizard. Click Finish. Now, once that is done, now we're going to add a little bit of layer 2 security. So we're going to right click on my FTP server and click on Properties. Now, I have this information stored, connections limit to, just put 50 connections to lower it. We can put 1, but the problem is, and then I'm still get denied. That's a little bit of security. Now we're going to go to security accounts. This is level 2. This is layer 2. Layer 2 is allowing anonymous connections. Make sure that this is unchecked. I want to click, are you sure you want to continue? Click yes. If you want to read it, that's fine. And then we're going to click on Messages tab. And, if you want to put a welcome message, that's fine. Home directory. You already created this, so you don't need to touch that. And we're going to click on Directory Security. Now, let's say for example, if you see a lot of like hacking attempts, so you see a lot of like you check your logs and you see administrator, somebody's using your password, somebody's trying to log in. This this part of the directory security is really awesome and it's really neat. Now, for example, you can actually find out by going to this, by find out where you can actually check the logs. You're going to click on properties and you're going to copy this because this is your log file directory. Copy that. Now, let's say one day, let's say 3-4 days have passed and you have your FTP server and everything and you're happy or whatnot, and next thing you know, you look and you see a lot of file hacking attempts. Now, your FTP server S1 is right here, and basically you have people try to log in. Okay, now since it's basically temporary, since it's basically it's basically this internet trying to access your stuff, you're gonna see a weird IP, which is a public IP. Well, but I just made one up, and you see this IP. The first IPs that are on this side, not here because this is your IP right here, but if you see a weird IP like this and then you see something like this, then what you end up doing is copy the first IP, make sure that it is copied, and then go to your directory security on your FTP server, click on properties, directory security, and click add. Now you type in the IP that you want to block that keeps hacking your site. Click OK. Now its access is denied. So every time that person tries to log in, he'll keep getting denied. Of course, this is kind of helpless because they can automatically change their IP by resetting their router, but I find it really useful because the hacking attempt stopped, and if they try to hack again using the same IP, they can't get in. So it's really nice. You click apply, click OK, and that's it. That's layer 3 security. So you basically end up securing your server, and you end up having the benefits, of basically having a safe server. Now, before I let you guys go, remember to come up with passwords and usernames that are really hard, because I've seen a lot of hacking attempts and they use names like Steve, Betty, administrator, which is extremely common. And these password, and if you don't have a strong enough password, then your password can get hacked and your FTP server can get hacked, and you can start having files of viruses and all that they can input and try to get your files or whatnot. Alright YouTube, remember to comment the video, see if you like it. If you don't, make sure that you let me know, so I better my videos after that. Alright YouTube, I'm out.